Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. We got Joe. We're starting off with some hand fighting. One of the things that you'll notice is whenever Joe tries to get a grip on me, I try to make it really uncomfortable. A lot of times, if he grabs the back of my head, I'm going to use the back of my head and my shoulder to create sort of a cross tension on his arm to allow me to like grip onto his grip, if that makes sense, like right here, or to strip the grip off. It's a lot to do with like the head and the shoulder. Whenever someone grabs your head, just like like that, just like a little shrug will create a little bit of cross tension. And it's really slippery, if you can tell, by both of our clothing. And so we're a lot of times I'm using my, if you look at the feet, using the connection with Joe to keep my balance. That was a nice. Joe stayed with me there, so let's see what happened. And I went for so Joe had a collar tie to get the head wheel, but he stayed on top. That was nice. And he followed me around. I think I have my hand still in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and escape from that real fast like that. And just try to get my elbows in, T-Rex arms. And I think another little escape here, sort of a ghost escape, and then bring my legs between the two of us. And there we go. And then just stand back up. You can see it's very slippery. So, some more hand fighting again, using Joe to keep my balance. I feel like the feet, or Joe tried for a little legs or foot sweep there, but my momentum wasn't moving, so it wasn't going to work. It's difficult to sweep somebody who's not in motion. You kind of have to catch them before their post can come down. So I got my weight kind of behind Joe's elbow here. I started turning into it. Joe freed himself. It's a nice defense. I'm just being heavy. Again, you can watch the feet here and see exactly when someone's on their toes that their weight is on the other person, especially when it's slippery like this. So Joe has great defense. Joe's very flexible as well, and very fast. So it's really difficult to hold him down a lot of times. So if you're going to hold him down or control him, it's either going to take a lot of movement or really solid fundamentals. As you can see, it's really difficult to keep him in one position, especially when it's really slippery like this, and we're in no-gi. So Joe does a nice job getting my leg into the half guard. And so I'm trying to keep my weight away from floating over top of Joe, because I don't want him to be able to get underneath me. So you can see my weight's back here, and I have this kind of grip, this underhand grip or overhand, what I guess would be whatever. My weight is just sinking into his top leg there for a second to keep him from being able to sweep me over. And just kind of go with the little turn there. And Joe decides to stand up. Nice. And so in order to stay square with Joe, it's a series of just little touches whenever he touches me, or I'm just kind of bouncing off, like a little bit off the mat. And that was a fun little sweep. So what happened was Joe came down, and I grabbed the collar tie, and I had my right hand on his right leg here. And so I grabbed this collar tie, and now when his knee comes down, my hand's already on his knee, so it's sort of a knee tap. His post is there, but he doesn't have anything on his base, so I just use my hand to shove his head that way, and he falls right over like that. Now, if you've seen the arrows video, I'm just posting on the green arrows and keeping my weight. My weight is usually not fully on my partner at any point. It's more that I'm driving my weight towards them and into whatever post is necessary. And again, just using small touches to maintain squareness to Joe so he doesn't get behind me or to the side. I'm being careful here because it's nice and slippery. If you can visualize those arrows, all these guard passes have a lot to owe everything to visualizing those arrows as I'm trying to control somebody as good at defense as Joe is. I've heard a lot of people say that control, it's always, we want control before you want to try to submit your partner. But that's the end of the round. Big thanks to Joe for being on the channel. Sorry for taking so long on this commentary. I've been doing a bunch of other jiu-jitsu videos and stuff. So thanks for watching. If you're liking and subscribing, check out the Radical store. If you want to support the channel, hit the bell and come down and train.
Welcome to the dungeon.